This video is brought to you by the Turtle Flakes podcast. Turtle Flakes, the tasty breakfast treat that tastes just like pizza. Prepare to get shell-shocked.
Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes. This is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and welcome to another episode of Totally Tubular Turtle Tuesday, the one show on my channel where I take a look at something TMNT related. So for this episode, I'll be taking a look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Eastman and Laird Collection Street Showdown set from Mega Bloks. Now taking a look at the front, we can see an image of the entire playset with the two included figures on the top corner, that being of Raphael and Casey Jones. Turning the box around, we can see an image of the playset, as well at the bottom, all other figures from this Eastman and Laird collection. So what are we waiting for? Let's build ourselves some Mega Bloks. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Street Showdown set from Mega Bloks. Now real quick thing, why this set is special to me, this set has been out a while, there are all kinds of other reviewers that have reviewed this specific Mega Bloks set and whatnot. But for me, it is a little more special because I actually bought this in my last trip to my childhood Toys R Us. Because as we all know, all Toys R Us are closing, and my childhood Toys R Us has already closed, and this is the main thing I bought myself on that final trip. So if you go back and look at my video of that toy haul and my last trip to my childhood Toys R Us, you see when I actually buy this thing. So for me, this is one of the last things that I might ever buy at a Toys R Us, so that's why it holds a little more special value for me. So let's check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the minifigures first. So let's take a look at Raphael. Since technically we have seen this Raphael before, he's just done a little differently. It is in the nice darker gray colors, almost like a gunmetal. All the straps are black and whatnot. He does have his size. The head bandana looks good. I love the fact it's all in black and white and whatnot, and these gray tones, but he does have the colored bandana, which is great. We do get a die-cast metal shell, which is common with a lot of these turtles and whatnot, so that's really, really cool. Both minifigures come on these little NYC little base plates, but they're more like sewer manhole covers, which is pretty cool. Articulation works pretty good on all of these figures, which I do appreciate. The head on mine does not want to do anything. I've tried moving it around, but I feel like I'm going to break it. But the arms go up and down, out, rotate at the elbow, bend, swivel at the wrist. The legs are on those kind of like ball hinge joints and whatnot. They go all the way around. You can even bend at the knee, swivel at the elbow, or the swivel at the knee and swivel at the ankle, which is pretty cool. That's something that I really like that Mega Bloks does. For their minifigures, that really differentiates them from, say, things like Lego and whatnot. So that's really, really cool. I do have the other Mega Bloks Raphael right here. You can see the difference in color. So they're not exactly the same. This one's obviously darker colors and whatnot. This has like black straps. He has more of the gray and whatnot. So even the shells are slightly different and whatnot, but they are both at die-cast metal. So very cool to have the two different versions like that. And I kind of wish we had got, or we can get, the rest of the turtles in like this darker gray color, because I really do think it looks really, really cool. Pretty stealthy in my opinion. So that's pretty awesome. Then we also get Casey Jones, which was the main selling thing for this set for me, because I love me some Casey Jones. So I'm gonna take him off that base right there. So you can see he's done in that kind of like dirty metal and whatnot, or dirty plastic and whatnot, to make him look almost like he's more of a drawing and whatnot, because that's pretty much what this whole series is from the Eastman and Laird collection. It's all done to make it look like it's one of those old black and white drawings. So that's very, very cool. I love that. So he has his hockey stick, he has his little casing back here, you have the baseball bat and a golf club. I think that's very, very cool. He can hold those in either hand and whatnot, so that works out very, very well. You could even stick that one in there too, so you can hold all of them. He is back heavy, so he will not stand in his own. You have to use this little base to even hold him up. The articulation works very nice on this guy. The head is on a ball joint that does roll around, turns left and right. I did notice, I thought, because when you kind of look at it, it looks like you could take his mask off, but you cannot, from what I can tell. Maybe you can, and I'm just not doing something, but it doesn't really look like it's meant to be taken off. That'd be cool if you could, though. Arms go all the way up, out like that, rotation at the elbow, a hinge at the elbow, rotation at the wrist, swivel at the waist, even the legs can go up and back, out. We get a bend at the knee and no swivel at the ankle. So pretty decent articulation for these cool little minifigures. I do love that a lot. Really, really cool stuff. All right, so now let's take a look at the little mini playset that we get. So this thing is awesome. I loved building this. It was a pretty easy build. Maybe a total of, 15 minutes. Probably less if I didn't really, take my sweet time with it. But it's pretty cool. I love how the plastic is done. All the plastic, what I really do like, again, something that Mega Bloks does that Lego doesn't. They give you this almost like textured type of bricks and whatnot. So these bricks look like they're made of like marbling and whatnot. Same thing with the base plate, how it's like two-tone grays and blacks and all that. It's very, very cool. We're all in Lego, a lot of the bricks are singular tone. These have like even speckle effects and things like that, so it's very cool. So the side of the building, you can see some cross hatching and whatnot, again, to make it look like art. We even get a wanted poster right there on the side of the building. That's awesome. I love it. You get like a trash can. We even get like this cool light post with like one single yellow peg in there to make it look like an actual lamp. Second time around, if you guys read the comics, you know exactly what that is. That's very cool, and I love that it's done in the red. You see got some cross hatching back there. You even got a floor mat that goes into the building. You can't open this door right there, which is pretty cool. I love that. And you turn it around, look on the inside, black and white tiles and all that. You got some printing of some stuff right there. What's really cool, if you look right in there, you got those original turtle designs, which is pretty awesome. So you get a good image of that. I think that's very cool, and attention to detail. Those are actually the first two turtle drawings that Eastman and Laird did, and those are pretty much the early concepts for the Ninja Turtles, which I think is pretty awesome. So I love that. That's such a great attention to detail. I dig it so much. What's really cool, you even got a couple pegs in there for actually setting the figures inside the playset, which is pretty awesome. So you can get them posed in there and whatnot, and they will stay. So I think that's pretty cool. I like that so much. You even got some shelves up here and whatnot. We take a look at this. We do get a little chest. I think the chest is pretty cool. Nice done in that kind of like, again, that marbleized up plastic to make it look like it's a drawing and whatnot. If I get my camera to focus and darken up the light here, so you can see that a little better. So there you go. So you open it up and you got a lot of accessories in here. And check this out. We even get an actual little mini comic book in here. That's awesome. That one issue of Raphael when he encounters with Casey Jones, I think that's very cool. Even in the back too, when you open it up, and boom, we even get some artwork from that book. That's pretty cool. Real great attention to detail. And this is just a piece of paper. They can't really hold it or anything, but I guess you could really just kind of like, if you kind of just put it on a shelf and whatnot, and make it look like the store is selling it, something like that. If you really wanted to, get my camera to focus. There you go, something like that. I think it's pretty cool. So we can take that off. We pour some of this other stuff out here. We also get a little ninja star for like Raphael and whatnot. We get a little lantern. You can put that on the shelf too. So you can put it up like here on that shelf. and we got this little, like, I don't know, vial of potion or whatever, and you can put it on there and it looks like there's stuff on the shelf for the store, so that's very, very cool. So overall, I think this is a pretty cool looking set, a really fun set. Again, I love the turtles, especially this old black and white stuff like Eastman and Laird stuff. I think it's just fantastic. I'm a big fan of those designs, and something just very beautiful, in my opinion, about those black and white versions of the turtles, and seeing them in Mega Bloks form is just incredible. So if you can find this, I know again it's an old set, you might be lucky and find it. I just happened to stumble across it at my old Toys R Us. I think it's totally worth it, and I think it is definitely a must get. So for a quick size comparison, here they are standing next to a Marvel Legends Deadpool figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Mega Bloks comparison, here they are standing next to the 4 other Eastman and Laird Mega Bloks turtles that I've already previously reviewed. And just for fun, here they are standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Eastman and Laird Collection Street Showdown set from Mega Bloks. Now overall, I really do think this is a fun, cool little play set. It's got a ton going for it. I love the 2 minifigures, that Casey Jones is incredible, and the building itself is fantastic. Lots of attention to detail and a lot of care went into this little set. It does hold a special place in my heart because it came from my childhood Toys R Us, which is now closed, and that's devastating. But if you're looking for something really cool and fun to play with, then I definitely recommend this Mega Bloks playset. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes, and stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.